Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eddie Marcus here again. I take this moment to share something with you. I want you to sit down and I want you to pay attention. I'm going to try to make it short so you can remember what's going on and then share it with others. You must share it with others. You know, you've heard that this was the new world. They talk about America, the new world. Was the latest world, latest nation that was brought into being, a couple of hundred years old. The new world. You remember the Statue of Liberty, what it's supposed to represent? People from everywhere that suffering is across these other places of the world that have been existing for quite some time. You suffering ones, come over to the new world. Come over to the new world. Sure, it has its rough beginnings. When you're ignorant, don't know too much, you make mistakes. You're supposed to grow out of them. So taking the natives' land and using blacks as slaves, as immoral can be. You make mistakes like that when you don't know any better. Even black people going along with it. Or natives determining that it's better to live than to die. So they become prisoners. Well, that's because we don't know any better. But this is what we call the brand new world. And out of all of that time, they never fixed itself. This new world, it never fixed itself. It kept pretending. All of the pain and suffering that black people and poor people of every color have had to go through as we lived in this new world, which is becoming worse than other parts of the world. This, my friends, pretending like we were okay. But one knew that we were not okay. Heaven knew we were not okay. Nature knows that we are not okay. And we know that we are not okay. But we kept on trying to pretend. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? The Republicans, the Democrats that are the serpent legs of this system led us to right where we are today with a whole bunch of fakeness, jiveness. And so Donald Trump saw that. And so he decided to take advantage of it. He called and he called you fake. He challenged all of the things that you say made you legitimate. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? After challenging your laws, after challenging the system which you say you represent, he's president of the United States. And now while people are here going through this virus, and we don't know where it came from, we don't know why, but we do know the situation that we find ourselves in. And here we are, looking at this great deceiver, looking at this big liar, presenting himself as a big deceiver, as a liar, and then coming on and try to get on the right side after everybody else has already known, and he wants to pretend like he's the author of all the good things that's happening. You know, ladies and gentlemen, what was Donald Trump's mission here in America? Have you determined? It was to destroy America. Knowing that America was living fake, he decided to use fakeness too. Come in and promise America all of this. And it affected the right kind of people. It wasn't trying to meet everybody's demands or desires, but the right ones. And it got him where he is. Nothing bad about what he was saying. The problem is he was trying to do it for the wrong reasons. He had said that we were being taken advantage of, and so he came on the scene to do more of it, to show he was the greatest advantage taker. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are in this election season, and all we are seeing is Donald Trump and his lies and his routine and those who have fallen in line with him who wants to normalize this corrupt way of living. And it is a plan to take you straight down to the depths of hell. Now, the truth of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump did not bring us here. The American system, under the leadership that we have chosen, and under the deceptions of people who say, let's go to war, because they got nuclear weapons and they don't. Let's do these things because we believe and they don't. It's because there was a scheme going on. It is a plan. It is a plan, ladies and gentlemen, to bring America down. Donald Trump didn't just get in office. He was put there. And all of the politicians that we have who are in leadership positions, they're there to do exactly what they're doing. And America is exactly where America is because America has not the proper leadership. And so here we are in this presidential election season. And what do you have to deal with? You have before you Donald Trump, who everybody knows is a liar. But, as I said earlier, many are willing to accept as an alternative person. And they might choose to just follow that alternative, but it will take you to hell nevertheless. or staying with the Democratic Party, who wants to present Biden as your representative. And Biden can take you nowhere. Only thing that you can say with Biden is that you don't think he's as bad for the nation and for you as Trump, but he has nothing to offer. Bernie Sanders had more to offer than any of these, but Bernie Sanders is not your answer. Bernie Sanders is not your answer. You were given the proper answer some 30-some years ago. You were given that answer in the beginning. You just keep rejecting it. But I know most recently you were given this answer 30-some years ago because you were given a choice. You were given a choice where every American citizen could be an example to the world by you, the American people, having your needs, your wants, and your desires met, living in peace, being prosperous and under freedom, a joyous life, and your dreams being fulfilled. Not a single one suffering for food, clothing, or shelter, or education, or health care. And everybody got a job, giving of themselves the best that they have to offer, which gives them their greatest joy. And out of that, thrust with the resources that the power that we can't see have provided for us, everything that we've already created would be masterful because it'll last. And we would be much further from here. And all of us old folks wouldn't be looking so old. That's what you were offered 30-some years ago, and you rejected it because you were trained to reject it. You didn't know any better. But right now you're living in a time, ladies and gentlemen, where you see evil. You see evil every day. You hear it being spoken. You'll hear somebody tell one statement that really pleases you, and then the opposite would come from somebody else that disgusts you. Yet that disgusting was pleasing to somebody else. You're divided, you're messed up, and you better take advantage of this opportunity to realize that on both sides, you got to be satisfied. God will settle for nothing less. And that's the message that you've been given by this mission. God will settle for nothing less. I don't care if you're right or to the left. I don't care if you're black or white, man or woman, straight or gay. God will not settle for anything but treating people just like you want to be treated by God. And this time, ladies and gentlemen, when you go to those polls, you vote for Trump or the Democratic Party, and you're saying to hell with God. So what am I saying? I am saying that each of you who wants to live in peace, who wants that plan of God, then you make a commitment to it and you start standing up for it and stop listening to this junk that's coming over the media. Stop listening to what? React and begin to act like masters of this universe, led by the Spirit of Almighty God. You hear me, ladies and gentlemen? You think about that. Talk to me later. I love you because God does too. Bye-bye.